everybody. I'm Tim Donnelly, voice of the Charlotte Rush, and we are here in the Charlotte Rush coach's office at the Extreme Ice Center here in Indian Trail, North Carolina. It is our video Thursday this week, our midweek report, and right now we're going to talk about Charlotte Rush Premier Hockey with the head coach of Charlotte Rush Premier, Trevor Jewell. And Trevor, a couple of big wins this weekend for the Premier Club against Atlanta. But first of all, got a new player on the roster, Justin Geary. Tell us about him and what does he bring to the table?
We got him from the NCDC, Northern Cyclone, so he's down with us now. He's committed to Wilkes. He's a very good kid. Brings a lot to the table. He moves his feet well. He's a great skater, sees the ice well. He's a phenomenal playmaker. He brings a nice little shot to the table, too. So I think he brings a little bit more depth to our D side of things, and I think he's going to be a very big part of this going forward. So we're very, very happy to have him now.
Trevor, long-term, short-term, or unsure right now?
Well, we'll call it long-term for right now, just because he'll be here the rest of the season, obviously. But next year he's probably going to end up going to school, at least from what I've been informed about. But very happy to have him part of this program, and he's another phenomenal hockey player, great human being, and great guy in the locker room. So we're very happy to have him, and he had a very, very good weekend, his first weekend with us as well.
Well, great. Look for Justin Geary this weekend when the Rush will be home against Hampton Roads, the newest member of the Charlotte Rush Premier. A couple of big wins we mentioned against Atlanta, 8-3 and 6-3. Let's talk about Saturday's game, the 8-3 game. Trevor, always good to get a couple of goals from some D-men. And you got a goal from Grant Gallo, also Eric Hershot, and Justin Samaro pinching in with 4 points in the big 8-3 win. How about the highlights?
Yeah, those guys had great games. I think Samaro, had a bigger part with some guys being out of the lineup, and, he performed very well. He's had a great few weeks here for us, and I think he's become a different person since the new year, and very happy to see where he's at right now. Eric Hershot, again, big part of this program going forward, got his commitment to Fredonia, so he's very happy with that. He's got all the confidence in the world now. Obviously, I'd love to see him shoot the puck a little bit more, and I think he's doing that a little bit, but he can still be better at it. So very happy with that. Grant Gallo, he's had a pretty consistent year all year, and I just want to see him get better each week as things go on, as he prepares to go to Nather's next season.
Saturday, the Rush came right back with a 6-3 victory over Atlanta on Sunday. And Trevor, you had Drew Benedict in goal, a guy who's fighting for playing time. And you got Sam Best and Dominic Rodriguez. It's tough to get minutes, but you threw him in there. He did a good job. Talk about his play. And also Justin Geary with 3 points. And Antonio Demacopoulos had a couple of goals. He continues to play well here late in the season.
Yeah, Drew came in and played phenomenal, I thought. He had a couple goals go in there that were pretty much completely because of screens, double layers there that he couldn't see and just found their way into the net. One little fluke goal there at the end I think he wants to have back, but I thought outside of those three he played phenomenally well. Again, that also falls on the rest of the team for being, a little bit undisciplined in the defensive zone. I think we had some lapses, and they capitalized. And Atlanta's a pretty good team at the Premier level, so we can't allow those things to happen going forward, and we got to be better and have more attention to detail in our D zone and our systems and things like that. But Benedict played phenomenal. Again, Demacopoulos, he's been a great player since the new year as well. Almost a point per game and scoring goals on the PK and on the power play and everything you can think of 5-on-5. He's doing all the things right now, and he's earning the playing time because of it. But again, Geary comes in first weekend with us, 5 points on the weekend, player of the week as well. Very proud to have him in the lineup and see what he was able to do in his first 2 games with us. So I can only imagine it going up from there. So we're very, very excited with what we have going forward. Got a tough schedule, and we're excited about that. But at the same time, we got some things we need to work on. So and Atlanta exposed a few things, and I think we've done a very good job, addressing those things this week in practice.
Trevor, 4 games in now of you being the head coach of the Charlotte Rush Premier, feeling more comfortable on the bench right now, being the head man of the Premier?
Yeah, I've never been uncomfortable with him. I've been with most of the guys for almost 2 years now, and then obviously the rest of the guys I've been with all year. It's just more of a, like we spoke about when the transition was made, is that it's just a different voice, a different, verbiage when it comes to things, and but the culture doesn't change, the expectations don't change, and the game plans don't change. So, the comfort's there, and I think it took a little bit of adjusting, but not a ton to the point where I had to change things up completely. And these guys, they work well with me, and we're all on the same page, and that's how we're going to be successful going forward. So definitely excited and happy to be where I'm at, and these guys are performing well for me, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Trevor Jewell, head coach of the Charlotte Rush Premier, visiting with us on our midweek report. It's a Thursday this week, our video Thursday. Well, Rocket Rod Taylor, head coach of Hampton Roads Premier, former ECHL, great player, Hall of Fame member, brings his Whalers into Charlotte. Nothing really needs to be said, right, Trevor? It's a great rivalry, and we expect a dogfight in both games.
Of course. I mean, they're going to, like I said, they're going to bring their best every time they play us. They're a very good hockey team. They always have been. Before we came into the league, they were very dominant, and we've kind of, gone blow for blow, so to speak. And, it's good to have a rivalry with them, and it's always fun to play them. And I know they're going to come in prepared and ready to go, but we have to be able to do the same. We have our game plan. We'll worry about what we need to worry about. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a war. It's going to be an absolute war and a battle every shift and fighting for every inch on the ice. And our guys are excited about it. I mean, those are the kind of games you live for, and these are the types of weekends you live for. I mean, every game we play against them, usually find some way to go down in the history of the Rush Whalers rivalry. So I couldn't be more excited. I know our guys couldn't be more excited, and we've had a good week of practice. The guys are buzzing and things are moving, and Saturday can't come soon enough.
All right, thoughts and observations from Trevor Jewell about the big weekend coming up with Hampton Roads. Again, the Elite game gets underway Saturday at 5 o'clock. The Premier game will be about 7:30, 7:45. And then on Sunday, the Elite will skate it off at 9:20, and the Premier game at 12 or 12:30. Those games here at the Extreme Ice Center. Trevor, before we let you go, we want to get a Ryan Crothers update. Ryan up in Chicago now for a couple of weeks with the Chicago Steel. His first weekend of games, 2 very narrow losses to the hottest team in the league, Fargo. But this past weekend, he won 2 of 3 games with the Steel, so very happy for Ryan to get his first win last Friday, and then a loss Saturday on the road, but back in a big win on Sunday. So, Trevor, I know that you stay in contact with Ryan almost daily, so tell us how he's doing up there and how he's feeling and how things are going with Ryan Crothers up in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, we're very proud to say that he got his first 2 wins this past weekend. It was an exciting one on Friday night. They battled their way back and won in overtime, so that was an exciting one. And then obviously Sunday, he got some guys back and they really performed and put up some big numbers that game. So proud of that. He's doing well. He enjoys it. Obviously, that's at a level that everyone wants to be at some point. If it's not at the highest level, why do you do what you want to do? So he's enjoying it. He loves the guys that he's coaching up there. Some of the best hockey players in the world at this level. So he's happy about it, and obviously he misses the guys down here, and we all know that. We're all a family here, and then obviously we miss him. So it's one of those things. It's fun because you get to see him doing his thing up there, but at the same time, you kind of wish he was with us, enjoying the fun times with us as well. But he knows we'll keep the ship moving here, and he's going to do his thing up there and hopefully win another championship with them. And we're going to do the same thing down here and hopefully win another championship here. He moves on, but this program stays the same. The culture will stay the same. The team will stay the same. We'll continue to be good, and we'll do our work as much as we can to make sure this program continues on and stays as dominant as it is. And we just couldn't be more ecstatic for him and having the fun up there he's doing and doing the kind of thing that he wants to do. So couldn't be more proud of him. Loved working with him and love still continuing to work with him to this day. Picking each other's brains, talking about what his locker room's like, what our locker room's like. The players he has, the players we have, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. And we wish him nothing but the best, especially this weekend with Julie and the kids going up there to see him finally. So I hope he enjoys that. That'll be a good kind of refresher for him and things like that, seeing the boys and Julie and stuff. So very happy with that, and we wish them safe travels, and we'll be in touch with them throughout the weekend. But we have to focus on the task at hand, and that's beating Hampton, and he's got to focus on his task at hand, and that's beating the teams he's got to play this weekend.
Trevor, you and Ryan have been comparing broadcasters too?
I mean, I watched one interview. I don't think the guy did. He only asked a couple questions, so it wasn't nearly as many questions he got for us. But it wasn't too in depth. But he got straight into the point. Had to keep it quick and get to his pregame or his postgame speech. So haven't been comparing broadcasters, but I know he misses you, Tim.
Thanks, Trevor. I'm just teasing.
Well, he needs a joke of the day, so you got to make sure you call him at least once a week.
I haven't been texting him as much with the joke of the day. I need to start doing that. But, hey, we're going to keep you updated on Ryan's progress up there. Again, he is still the general manager of the Charlotte Rush, still a part owner, still has a lot of involvement, as we just mentioned, talks to Trevor on a daily basis. But, Trevor, you're doing double duty, doing a great job so far. Keep up the good work, and we'll look forward to hopefully a couple of big Premier wins this weekend against a very good rival in Hampton Roads.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
All right, Trevor Jewell, head coach of the Charlotte Rush Premier. See you this weekend here at the Extreme Ice Center. A great weekend of hockey against one of our big rivals at a very good organization in Hampton Roads. I'm Tim Donnelly, voice of the Charlotte Rush. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And also, thanks to Logan Falkingham, the Charlotte Rush Elite, for running our camera. Great job, Logan. Appreciate it.